Hello, we have finally made it to the end of our nightmare cruise, and I'm calling it that even though there were definitely some really nice good parts, but just so much went wrong. And I know I spoke a little bit about it earlier, but I'm glad to be putting it behind me. There have been some really lovely guests on board this week, but there have also been some who just love to complain about everything, and I don't blame them. There's been a lot to complain about, but it is exhausting when people complain at you all the time and there's nothing you can do about it. I've just moved the camera because the light was annoying me. Anyway, I am very glad that tomorrow is turnaround day. I know it's going to be a long day and I don't know exactly what the plan is because today, as I went to shower, the hot water cut out again and I still haven't had a warm shower in 4 days now. Is it 4? I think it's 4. Might be 3. And so I don't know. I know that they've put another pump in and they're hoping that that will fix it, but I'm worried if it's not because we can't be getting new guests on board and it not working. For my own sake as well as all of theirs. So we shall see. We're, I think, waiting to find out in the morning. So who really knows what's going to happen? My hair is being silly. I'm very tired and I've had a busy morning and then a relatively chill afternoon, but I think I'm just mentally exhausted from everything we've had to put up with this week. It's just been a lot and I'm losing my motivation a little bit, and not being able to shower makes me feel gross, and the air conditioning and heating not working for a while and my cabin smelling for a while all just didn't help me. It's all the air conditioning and the smell is gone, or the air conditioning is working again, but you just stop feeling as motivated, I find. Anyway, you might notice I am wearing the thing that I was given from a guest in the summer, towards the end of the summer. And I want to show it to you in the mirror because I'm really liking the outfit I put together. One of my goals for 2024, which you might have seen already by the time you watch this, but I haven't filmed yet, is to be more intentional with my jewellery, and I'll speak about that more, I'm sure, in the resolutions, or I will have spoken about it more. But I really like the outfit I've put together today, because basically I had to wear this because I had no other clothes. As you can see, all my laundry is there and it's only just come back because the poor housekeeping team have also had a bunch to deal with. So I've got my clothes back, which I'm very happy about, but because I had nothing else left in my cupboard, I had to put this on. And I've surprised myself. So these earrings I got from my grandparents literally a week ago, I think. And they're not my style necessarily, and I really don't want any more jewellery, as I spoke about, I think, in my birthday video, I think. But my thought process, I think, has changed from I'm sick of having more jewellery and too much jewellery to let me find a way to use them. Now, obviously, what I brought on the ship is very limited, so this is kind of not something I was expecting to have with me, because I had already been quite intentional with the jewellery I brought on the ship. I was like, I'm just going to bring 2 or 3 of different things and then make it work. But this just works really well, these earrings, I think, with the outfit. And then obviously I've got my Star of David necklace as well, which I wear a lot, obviously. But I like it because it ties in, the gold from here, it kind of ties in. I don't know if you can see there's like brown on here or like a almost gold, I don't know. And with the gold on the earrings. So that I was already a fan of. And then I'm wearing my heels, which I think work really, really well with this outfit. Let me take you to the mirror. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Wow, my hair is a mess. So da 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 da. I just think the shoes go really, really well with it. The top bit, I need to fix something about this. It's not perfect. But on the whole, I'm a fan of the outfit, I think. And I've given myself the rule that I need to try and make it work. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, because there's a thing at the top to tighten it, which I need because I don't have very broad shoulders. But as a result, it falls kind of weirdly here. So nope, that's not a look, I think. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But I gave myself the rule of making this outfit work, and if I can't make like this specific item of clothing, and if I couldn't make it work on the ship, then I was gonna sell or donate it. And that's maybe still up in the cards. As much as I do like the outfit, how often realistically am I gonna wear it? I don't know. But I only have one other one piece that's like this with legs. I don't know how to describe it. Jumpsuit, maybe? I don't know. And I would like to have more, and I do like the feel of it and the look of it on me. And I like this specific one with these shoes and these earrings. That all works very well for me. And to be honest, like these earrings and this colour and everything are not things I would normally pick for myself. But they've both been gifted to me, and this is, I think, secondhand. I still don't know. It doesn't feel secondhand, but I just can't imagine that someone would have gone out of their way to buy something for me. I don't know. But the fact that this has been given to me for free and not something I've picked out, and the fact that it fits, That is a miracle in and of itself. Makes me happy that I've been able to make it work somehow. As I said in my YouTube goals/update video, I am trying to also make more fashion-y videos and do more with my clothes because I have so many, and so many that I haven't seen or looked at for 3 years. I actually don't think I spoke about this quite as in-depth in that video, but I did say I wanted more fashion stuff, so that's what you're starting to get now. Wow, my hair is a mess because I haven't been able to wash it. Anyway, it's late now. Early start tomorrow for turnaround day. Not as early as it normally is though, so I will accept that. It's 7:20 is the first departure, so I probably need to be up and around 7. But I'm going to get the remainder of my makeup off and get out of these clothes into my pajamas and ready for bed. I will see you all later, maybe, at some point. Who knows? Oh, and also, I sent off one part of my assessment for university. One of the few things I was stressing about. Not necessarily stressing, but just had felt like I got no guidance on it. I sent it off to my tutor, who finally emailed us, I think it was yesterday, to say I'm alive and I'm working my way through emails, and today, Wednesday, there is going to be a Zoom call for anyone who has any questions or wants to just have a catch up. I was working, so obviously I couldn't attend that, but I thought I'll just send her my finished product and ask her if she thinks there's anything I'm missing or anything I need to change. And she sent back a really positive email about it. So fingers crossed. She didn't say I needed to change or add anything, so that's good, I think. And hopefully that means I can have a good mark. But it means that even though it's due on Monday, I can just submit it early because I'm done with it. And then I can just put it out of my mind. I don't need to think about it anymore. I don't need to look at it anymore. It's done. And then we can focus on module 2, which I don't know anything about yet. But we will find out. Anyway, that really is all. Goodbye. Hello, it's been a mad day. Really not fun. The airport was just very chaotic and I didn't enjoy it, and I don't think the guests enjoyed it either. But we made it back on the ship, all was fine. Once we got to the ship, it was fine. And then around 3-4 o'clock, finally we had some time to go back to our cabins, so me and my cruise director both said, let's take the time now to shower while we can. So we went to our cabins, individually obviously, we went to separate cabins, and I put on the warm water and it got to lukewarm and then it went cold. So I immediately messaged my cruise director to explain the situation, and they responded saying the exact same happened to them. So I thought I'd give it an hour and try again, or 2 hours now. Went back and now it's not even getting to lukewarm, it's just freezing cold. So not thrilled about that. However, what I really want to talk about, and this is something I'm really excited that I can finally share because I've never spoken about it, because obviously I've not talked about my Judaism on this channel much until this year. At all until this year. You may have noticed in a couple of my past December recaps that it's featured a lot of donuts, and that's because of Chanukkah. Chanukkah is the holiday we celebrate in December. A lot of people compare it to Christmas. It's nothing to do with Christmas. It's nothing like Christmas. We do get presents, which is nice, but that's maybe the only similarity. Anyway, tonight is the first night, and this, I mean, every holiday for me, every Jewish holiday is really hard to not be with my family or with the community or anyone. But this one really, this is my favourite Jewish holiday. And for me, I have so many fond memories of, as a child, lighting the Chanukkah with my family. The Chanukkah is like a candelabra, I guess, that you light an extra candle each day. So the first night you start with 1 and then you build it up. So the second day 2, 3, on the 3rd, etc. until the 8th night. And I can picture it in my head, and there's songs that we sing, and there's food that we eat, and there's all sorts of things. And we used to, as kids, get a little present every night. And I hate being alone for this one. But what I always try to do, no matter where I am, is buy some donuts, because that's a big part of the holiday. I also try to eat hash browns, because that's also, well, latkes is what we call it, but it is a part of the holiday as well. And I always try and light the Chanukkah. Now, a few years ago, when I first moved away, my grandma actually gifted me a Chanukkah, but on the ship we're not allowed to have any open flames, so I couldn't bring it with, which is heartbreaking. But I still had those 2 candles that someone gave me. Actually, I might not have spoken about this, but someone gave me 2 candles for Shabbat, because they were Jewish as well when they came on. Well, they still are, obviously, but we found out about each other, etc. So how I've done it for the first night, I don't know how I'm going to do it for the rest of the nights, but this is how I've done it for the first night. Ta-da! Now, the way you're meant to do it is you're meant to use what's called the shamash, the one that's slightly taller, to light the other candles, and that one always has to have something that kind of makes it seem different. The other 8 are all meant to be equal, but then the one that's used to light them is either in the center or higher or to the side or whatever. So I've just rested it on my lip balm, but hey, it's something. And I've also got the lyrics up to one of the songs that we sing. Yes, that is in Hebrew. I do read Hebrew, although my understanding of it isn't great. So I've said the prayers, I've sung the songs, I've lit the candles, I've done it all. I've not had a shower though, and I didn't buy any donuts today because it's been too hectic, but I've got a whole week, it's okay. And my parents have already asked me what I want for Chanukkah, and I have no idea. I hadn't planned this far ahead. I've just had my birthday, but we'll see. I said I'm gonna try and let them know before the 8th day. So that's all I wanted to share for now. I might film some more Chanukkah related things over the next few days. I would like to, even though I can't light it properly or anything like that. Maybe I'll pop in a picture here from Chanukkah last year, because that was really cool in Lapland, although I don't know if you could see the trees outside, I can't remember now. But it was really hard because basically you're meant to light it around the time that there's sundown, but in Lapland either it was at like 1 in the afternoon or it was non-existent. I didn't have a sundown because I didn't have a sun. So I had to try and work out when to light, which was definitely interesting. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. I need to go upstairs now, find out what's happening with this hot water because it's driving me a little bit mad in case you can't tell, and I will see you all later. It's finally time. Yes. What? Oh. Dun, da, 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 da. I am so excited. This is a big day for me. Oh! That almost went as planned. Here it is. I don't think I'll be able to finish this all, but yay! It's a P now for whoever's name starts with a P. I'm so happy. Happy. I'm hilarious. Alright, that's all I wanted to share for now. Don't know what's going on outside my cabin. I'll see you later. Hello! I don't even know where to begin. It's another week. It's been another week. We are coming up to turnaround day tomorrow, and to be honest, I'm ready for it. It's been another hard, intense week with lots of things going wrong and people not reacting very nicely to that. We've had a couple of really lovely people on here, and I don't want to take away from that at all. Like, that makes a huge difference, because if everyone was against you, it's so much worse. Whereas if you have those few people who still come up to you and are just lovely to you, that makes a big difference. So thank you to those. One thing I have noticed this cruise, and it's something that's been occurring since I first came on, but it's been especially prominent in the last 2 weeks, I would say. And it's something I just want to mention because I feel like I should. I just don't think it's okay if you come on board a cruise to start touching the people who work for you. And I don't know if I am an exception or if this is something that happens to all the crew. I know that I'm a young woman and that a big part of my job is to be really interactive with the guests, and that's absolutely fine. I enjoy that, and I enjoy chatting to people. I don't really enjoy it when people just start putting their hands on my shoulders and my back and feel like they can just touch me. And I know I'm friendly, but I just don't feel like that's right. And I don't think people should be doing that. I don't know if I am exaggerating this. I don't know if I'm perceiving this differently to how they are or to others, and I don't know if this is a more common occurrence. I think it is, from stories I've heard, not from anyone within the company, but just online. But it just makes me really uncomfortable that people think they can just touch you without really knowing you or having a reason to. It doesn't further the development of anything. And you can't say, oh, please don't touch me, because that's rude. And in a way, I guess I'm lucky because I don't have necessarily like touch sensitivity, but I'm sure that there are people in this kind of work that do have that, and that would genuinely not just get uncomfortable mentally, but also physically. I can't explain it. Basically, for me, I'm just like, oh, I don't like that. Please don't do that. But I know that there are people who actually almost feel like a pain or something, whereas luckily I don't have that. But I just don't feel like it should be a thing. And I know I'm not a very, this is going to sound really silly, I'm not really a very touchy person. I am a hugger, I like my hugs, but I am a person who only likes touching and physical anything when it's with people I know very well and I'm very close with. So obviously my family, but also close friends, or even not super close friends, but just friends. But when it comes to strangers and other people, please don't touch me. I feel that way. I've kind of felt, I don't want to say I felt grateful for COVID, because that's not true at all, but I liked that when COVID hit, it was very much a given that we weren't going to be doing handshakes. I don't like handshakes. First of all, they feel awkward to me, but second of all, I just don't like touching other people. And this was pre-COVID already. And obviously since COVID, I've become so much more like hyper aware of it, I think, and I sanitize every 3 minutes. Not really, but just anytime someone's sort of touched me, or if I'm using someone else's phone or anything like that. But again, that was pre-COVID as well. I remember doing that when I was in school. Not necessarily sanitizing, but washing my hands, definitely. So yeah, maybe I'm blowing this up in my mind. Maybe it's not as big of a deal as I feel like it is, but I just would recommend be aware of people's personal space, even if they seem to be really friendly. Because I am friendly and I am happy to chat, but I don't really want to be touched. Even a handshake. It's just not my thing. Anyway, that's that ramble. As I say, it's not been an easy week. It's been better than last week, but that wasn't hard to beat. I feel overwhelmed by stuff, especially university stuff. I have so much to do, and I don't know where to begin, and I've got something due on the 8th of January, then something on the 12th, and then something on the 29th, I believe. The 29th one is the one I'm least worried about. That one will get done. But it's these ones that are at the start of January, because I just know I'm going to have so little time between now and then. It's less than a month. And I just feel I should be doing stuff, and I'm trying to open stuff, and nothing's entering the brain, and I'm not finding the right stuff, and I don't know what I should be doing. And I know I could probably email my tutor and ask for help, and I will be doing that at some point. But I don't really want to go to my tutor and say, I've not done anything, please help. I feel like I need to at least make a dent. Oh, I don't know. So I've been doing a lot of procrastinating, but I've been very clever with my procrastinating, because I don't just sit on my phone. Occasionally I do, but most of the time when I'm procrastinating, I'm filming videos or editing videos or uploading videos, or I was working on my resume earlier, which was a really productive way of procrastinating because I really needed to do that, and it felt really satisfying because I haven't updated it since 2021, and obviously I've had a lot of jobs since then and added a lot of skills and things, so that was really good. And I've sent that off to my parents to read over it and just tell me if there's anything I should change. And then simultaneously, and this is totally my own fault, I'm currently filming a long video. It's not long necessarily, but it's taking more thought and more planning, and it's a daily thing, so I'm just kind of spending time and energy doing that, which, you know, is good, but it's my own fault. But it is another time-consuming task that I've just given myself. What I did realise today is because I've been doing so much procrastinating of studying by doing YouTube stuff, I've only got maybe 2 or 3 of the New Year's videos left to film. I don't know how many of them you would have seen by now, probably not all of them, but most of them. So that feels good at least, that I've done the most urgent ones. I've got none left to film or edit or do anything for up until the new year. And then come the new year, as I say, I think it's maybe 2 or 3. And I think maybe it's 4, and I think 2 out of those 4 are ones I can't do until the year is finished, because it's my non-fiction book ranking and it's my storygraph ranking. And it's my year in emotions, which I also can't do until the year is finished. So there's 3 that I have to wait anyway. And because of the way my YouTube videos are at the moment, I don't have to stress about them even come the new year because I've got the time for it. I'm rambling so much, I'm telling you so much, and I don't know if you care. And I'm tired, I'm really tired, and I don't really need to be. I don't really have a reason to. I've got such an early start tomorrow. It's always heartbreaking when you have to set your alarm for 5 in the morning. 6 I can handle, 5, I mean, I can handle 5 and I will handle it, but it's not fun. My desk consists of my camera, my laptop, my water bottle, and then about 700 notebooks. It's so much, because obviously I'm transferring stuff from the new year. I've got a notebook for my university stuff. I've got my old bullet journal. I've got the things that I track my life with. There's just a lot, and I'm tired, and I don't know what to do. Well, tonight I'm not doing anything else. Tonight I'm sleeping. The one thing I also did tonight, aside from doing the resume, which I'm happy about, I also managed to purchase one of the gifts for Taskmaster, which I needed to do, and I was able to purchase a watch strap because I miss my watch. I don't actually love the watch I have, but it was free, so I'm not going to complain, and I'm spending £3 on the wristband thing, so that's fine. But I've always been like this. I hate not wearing a watch. I need to know the time. I hate using my phone. It feels, it's so unnatural to me. Anyway, those are my many ramblings of a Monday night. I've lost track of the days. Oh, in fact, do you want to see what I've been doing for Chanukkah? Because I haven't done it for tonight yet. Still haven't bought any donuts. I don't know if I mentioned that recently. We're going to the airport tomorrow, so I'm kind of hoping I'll find something there. So, because I've only got these 2 candles, which is not great anymore now that we've passed the first night, I have been going onto YouTube and searching Chanukkah 5 lights, because tonight, or night 5 I'll call it, because tonight is the 5th night. And that hasn't worked as well as last night when I looked up the 4 nights. Chanukkah lighting, there we go. She'asita la'avoteinu, she'asita la'avoteinu, hayamim lahem, hayamim lahem, hayamim lahem, basman hazem. And then, I've done that, then I'm gonna light these so I still have light in the actual room, although they're not burning very brightly. And then I sing Ma'at Tzur, which is one of my favourite parts. Like, if I think about Judaism, this song just brings back so many memories for me and just is such a big part of my upbringing and my childhood. This is a song, it's a Hebrew song that we sing for Chanukkah, and it's for the 8 nights of Chanukkah, and there's 5 or 6 verses, I think. And it depends on your tradition, how many you sing. But because it's quite long, usually what you do is, this one's dying, that's not good. Everyone does different things. This isn't a prayer, so you don't have to say every verse. So some people do every verse every night, some do the whole thing the first night and last night, and then in between they just pick the verses they like the most, etc, etc. But the first verse tends to get sung the most, it's the most known, and I love the tune as well, and I just have so many memories of being with my family, lighting the Chanukiah, and us all singing this song together. So I'm gonna sing it, and I have decided that when I'm on my own and when I'm not celebrating Chanukkah as I should be, surrounded by family and loved ones, I like to sing all the verses because it's something that brings me joy. So what I'm going to do actually is I will focus you on these candles that don't work, and I will sing this song. I mean, obviously that second candle is on its way out, but that's alright. It's a shame, but whatever. I don't even have a proper Chanukkah app anyway on board, so it is what it is. I probably have cut a lot of that song just because it's quite long and you don't need to hear me sing all of it. I don't even know if you can hear it because the camera was quite far away, but I would have hopefully left a little bit in just for you to get a taste. I just love it. I love it so much, and I always miss being with my family around Chagim, Jewish holidays, but especially this one. All of them, but I love this one so much. And it sucks, it really sucks not being able to even light the candles. That's really got me this year. Because that's the one thing I've had every other year, is at least I've been able to have my own Chanukkah and light my own candles. And this year, this is all I've got. Oh no, it makes me sad. So I need to get donuts. I'm on a mission. I've got 3 more days, I think. Yeah, 3 more nights to get donuts, and I just need to do it. I'm not even that in the mood for donuts, but I just have to. I remember it was either, sorry, this is such a long vlog. It was either last year or the year before. No, not last year. It was a couple of years ago, and where I worked used to bring in donuts occasionally from this really nice, it was called Taboo, I think, not where I worked, but where they got the donuts from. Occasionally they would just get the box from Greg's, which I also loved, but eventually, or occasionally they would get, I think it was Taboo, I could be mistaken, and they were so good. And I remember there was one year that they brought, or maybe even 2 years, that they brought them in a row when it happened to be Chanukkah anyway. And to me, it just felt like a sign. I was like, oh, brilliant, amazing. I don't even have to go out and buy donuts. They've been brought to me. Anyway, that's my Chanukkah story. That's where I'm gonna end this bit for now. I don't know if this is the end of the vlog. I never know if it's the end of the vlog. It could very well be, or it could also not be. We'll find out together. I don't see myself vlogging anything tomorrow, but we shall see. I'll see you whenever I see you next. Goodbye.